Hey y'all, I got a new one for you today. We're trying to do Patrick's U-joints on his Toyota, and they've kind of seized in there, and a typical vise just won't do it. Don't want to pay anybody for using a press or pressing them out for us, so this is what we've done. Here's the vise, and we tried pressing them out typically with the vise, and we actually had to use a piece of pipe to try to force them. You see how bad it bent the handle. So what we've ended up doing is I've taken my bottle jack out of my hog lift. We've come to the hog trap that I built 3 weeks ago that's still sitting in my driveway, and we welded us a piece of steel to the side of the hog trap, just tack welded it, and we built ourselves a press using the bottle jack. And we're going to go up to the top here, and we're going to try to wedge the U-joints up in there, and we're going to try to press it out with our homemade press here, and we'll see how this works. Alright, we haven't been using the hog trap as a hog trap, so we're going to use it as a workbench. We've used a piece of rope on the inside of the trap to hold our drive shaft in place for us. Here's our setup. It just happens, instead of having to put a socket on the inside, it just happens that that's going to fit right up in there just right. So now we'll check it out and we'll see if we can press these out. We haven't even tried this yet, so we'll see if this works. We'll see together. Alright, there's our homemade press, guys. See if we can get these U-joints out. And this is first try. We don't know if it's going to work or if it's going to come apart. Those U-joints are in there, guys. I mean, in there. They did move about a millimeter. My rig gave out. My welds let go. I didn't want to weld too much to the hog trap, so I just had to weld it a little bit better. But this just might work. Alright, take two, guys. I welded everything back up. Of course, I can't weld the bottle jack very good because that's white metal on the bottom. And I've got a bearing down there, so it's all kind of iffy, but we're just trying to do this without having to pay somebody. Ah, look at that. Look at that. She's going. Watch right here. She went. Is it all the way up where it's supposed to go, Pat? Okay, hold on. We're out of alignment. I got to back it off, but it is going. Watch this part, she'll raise up as she comes out. See that? About out. It is out. First attempt failed, second attempt worked. Now you know how to make your own hydraulic press. You see the difference right here? She's as far as she can go. Alright guys, it's been a real pain in the butt. We've jacked these things back and forth. They will not come out and clear. We got to get hold of them with vice grips and pull them loose. But finally we got one here, so we're finally clearing this cap out. You can see it coming up and out of there. Our jack's come apart 2 or 3 times. It's broken loose 2 or 3 times, so we've had to redo things and re-weld it, but it's working, just slowly. You see how this cap is up above already, but as far up as it'll come for us, even though this one's moving all the way. Just a real chore trying to get through this, so we got to turn it back over and keep pushing it back and forth till we get enough grease in there that we can pull them out with some vice grips. Told y'all before, I'm accident prone, right? I just went and pulled my cap up, come right up into my mouth. I don't know how well y'all be able to see it. Got my lip pretty good. Not only that, but it chipped my tooth. Right there on the edge. Accident prone I am. Chipped tooth and bloody lip now. Get back to work. See here guys, we're just working it back and forth, back and forth. Just having to push those bearings up and down. Wow, we can see now. All of a sudden I got a light on that screen. But we're just moving these bearings up and down. The bearing caps, I should say. You can see that in here. We pushed it already pushed it up in once.
Who's bleeding?
Who's bleeding? I was bleeding.
Why?
Why? I busted my tooth.
Mercy.
My son didn't know I broke my tooth. Anyway, we're going to get on with this. Keep pressing them back and forth. Alright guys, we got one cap out. Now we got to press it back up so we can get this cap all the way back up and out. On there. With all the grease, it's difficult to keep it centered on the bottom. Go ahead. Clear. Alright, good. Now that cap's all the way to the top. We'll grab it with the vice grips and see if we can't chip another tooth. Patrick's going to do his teeth though. I'm not doing mine no more. I've had enough for one day. His drive shaft, he can chip his teeth. You see we clamp vice grips to it. Now we're just going to turn it over and tap that cap out. Instead of pulling it, tap it away from you. Of course we don't know where the hammer's at, so what do you use? Piece of tubing from the truck. Yeah. Here, get your star shaft. Here, so you don't tap out, then you press it out again. Jack loosen. Oh, it broke loose, Pat. Wow, my welds broke again. Like I said, I'm not doing very strong welds. Alright guys, we're going to work on that cap again. I had to stop and redo my homemade press. We couldn't pull that cap out with the pliers and chip any more teeth, so we just pull it out this way, press it up through, boom, done deal. And that's what chipped my tooth. Alright guys, this is how you put them back together. You just use your C-clamp and just compress it, and you should put these pieces should sink right in little by little. Just slowly moving in, just barely tell. See it go? This is how you put them back together. That was in the extreme the way we had to take it apart. Still stiff, but it's proper. Thanks for watching, guys.